Now, most of us are fighting to go to Europe to chase the dollar, but these people are leaving Europe to come and settle here in Africa. So we are going to find out why she made such a decision to come back to Kenya, and not only Kenya, but in the rural parts of Kenya. Currently, we are in Kitale, a beautiful county, Trans Nzoia of Kenya. Guys, I'm in love with Western Kenya. It's very, very beautiful. So without wasting any time, let me welcome this lady. Hello.
Thank you. Hello.
I'm so happy meeting you.
I'm also pleased to meet you. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great. I can see the skin is glowing.
I know. Thanks to the African weather.
African weather.
Yeah.
How do you find the continent, Kenya in general?
It's good, and there are also a few bads, but overall it's good. It's awesome.
Overall it's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, kindly introduce yourself to our dear people watching.
I am Karateng. I like to go by that name because I come from the Karateng village in Kisumu
Karateng village
region. Yeah, Kisumu region. So in our tribe, you'd refer, let's say I'm the lady, so I'll be called Karateng. So I prefer that nickname that way. Yeah.
Karateng. Which tribe is that?
The Luo tribe.
Oh, our brothers.
Yes.
Our brothers and sisters, eh?
Yes.
You know we also have Luos in Uganda. Did you know that?
Yes, I know. We actually originate from Sudan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Karateng.
Karateng. Yeah, so I'd prefer it to be my name, kind of my media name.
Guys, she's also a YouTuber. Her YouTube channel is called Karateng. Yeah. So in case you want to follow her journey here in Africa, I'll leave it in the description down below. Why Karateng? Why calling the channel Karateng?
Well, because I did not want to use my name, and at the same time I wanted something that would sound like an African name. Because I prefer to remain anonymous. I still like my privacy, even though I'm a content creator. There's still ways to go about it. Another thing is, I grew up in New Zealand where there are indigenous people who are known as Maoris. Have you heard of them?
No.
Maoris. So they're the indigenous people of New Zealand. So it's not really Caucasians. Just like America, the indigenous people were American Indians, and Australia is the Aborigines. So that exposure and growing up in that culture, New Zealand culture, I saw how the New Zealanders really came to integrate later the Maoris after colonization, and that really expanded my mind and saw how we Africans were still ignorant about some aspects of our cultures. Yeah, so those are some of them.
That's deep, guys.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, so that's some of them. I can go on and on and on, but I've told you briefly. We should not be ashamed. That's it.
Yeah, so Karateng, guys, she told me I can't abbreviate the name.
Yes, and no abbreviation as well.
Yes, I have to say it as it is.
Exactly.
So every time I'm referring to her, I'll have to say the name. So Karateng, actually, you speak more like Ugandans. I'm surprised you don't have that Kenyan accent.
And you're the first person to say I speak like a Ugandan.
They can tell us on the video.
Okay, you guys will comment there, but I don't think I sound like Ugandan.
If she speaks, you will think, no, this one is from Uganda at least.
Yeah, I never really thought.
Okay, so we would like to know, before you went to New Zealand, how your life was. Kindly take us through your background.
Okay. So I was born in Kenya, left when I was very young, primary age there. I was around class 2, in Kenya. So still did not know much about Kenyan culture because at that age you're mostly just school, home, church. Yeah, didn't even know Nairobi city.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so at least I had grasped the Kiswahili language a bit. I remember looking back at my Kiswahili lessons, test papers. I used to score very well. Yeah. Anyway, So from there, we moved to Botswana. My family moved to Botswana.
Botswana.
Yeah, and
that's a good country, by the way.
Yeah, so that's where I grew up, and New Zealand. Those two countries are the backbone of my childhood. Yeah, mostly New Zealand, because that's where I finished my schooling up to university.
You said you went to Botswana at what age?
I went when I was in around 8 or 9 years.
9 years. And you spent how many years there?
About 5 or 6 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I finished my primary school there, and then I started secondary school. Yeah.
Your parents moved to Botswana because of business, or they just wanted to feel to be in a new environment?
No, it's work. Yeah, new environment, aspiring better opportunities. Yeah. Okay. So just work. Yeah.
You had a good life in your childhood.
No, it was not easy, I tell you. It may seem
adjusting
good
to different cultures.
Yes, it was not easy, I tell you. Especially, and then living an African culture now, transitioning into Caucasian culture, which is now so different, and you've not really finished growing up. That was a big culture shock. Yeah, it affected me in many ways, and even affects not only me, many other people.
But at least it has made you a better person.
Yes.
You are more open-minded.
Yes.
More exposed.
Yes.
Yeah. So what led to moving to New Zealand?
New Zealand, same thing. My parents moved there. I was still could not make the decisions.
They were chasing the dollar.
Yes. Every African's dream to move abroad.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It's okay. It's good. Yeah. Better opportunities there. Yeah.
How was life like when you went to New Zealand? I understand by the time you left Botswana, you are at around 13 years old or 12 years old.
Yeah, around there. 13.
How was life and transitioning into the culture of New Zealand, the people, the environment? How was it for you?
Oh, no.
And your family in general?
My family, I think might have been okay for my parents, because they went there as adults, but for the children, I suppose we were 3. I'm the last one, so 2 girls, 1 boy. Yeah, it was not that easy. It was not easy, and now I really saw how Africans are stigmatized. I experienced those things. But from those experiences, it's what made me to appreciate my culture more and be more confident of my culture, like the Karateng name. Not thinking it's hard to pronounce. But I'm not saying everyone is bad overseas. No, it's just that the way we have been portrayed. We all know Africa has always been portrayed this way, and the West has always been portrayed nice and all that. But amongst all those, I did make good friends. There's usually nice people as well, which stand out from the rest and make you feel home.
What were the reasons for you returning home?
Returning home. It's not even my first experience now. Well, I did come here in 2017, stayed for a very long time, 7 months, 7.5 months. And now this is my second time. I'm staying the longest again. I like to come home because just to experience how life is like here, something I never got to feel as an African, because I left at an age where you're now getting to, how can I say, be you, your identity, know your people, culture, things, how they do things.
That crucial age.
And that's when we left. The crucial age. And now you're going to learn another new culture. So I like to come here to experience those things and mingle and feel like I also belong. And It's good because you don't feel a lot of, what's the opposite of belonging? Sorry, English is my, I don't know that language. Yeah, anyways. But I just like to experience the culture in general and just the different atmosphere here is different from there as well. And social life. Social life is so different.
Here people are more social?
Yes, compared to Western countries. I think it's also because of the busyness of life there. It's a rat race. Well, also here it could be. When you're busy with your stuff, you become busy. But I think it's the more social aspect of things. I don't know, maybe people in America, Europe might be different, UK and America, because in Australia, well, sorry, I forgot to tell you, I also lived in Australia for a few years before coming to here.
Austria or Australia?
Australia, yeah.
I understand New Zealand is below
Australia. Yeah. There are less Africans there, so...
Very few.
Yeah, so community of Africans is less there and you feel so lonely.
When you see a black person on the street, you're like,
wow, it's like seeing a Mzungu here.
Yeah,
you can spot them from afar. So that's how we spot each other in New Zealand and Australia.
Wow.
There's my brother and sister. But overall,
I think your face lights up every time you see them.
Exactly.
So how long have you been around?
I've been here since January in Kenya.
January.
Yeah.
That's a long time, eh?
Yes.
And how do you find the country, Kenya? And why did you choose to come in the rural part of Kenya, not Nairobi, not Mombasa?
I know.
Why this?
Yeah, why? Yeah, even most people would ask that. Yeah. Mental break.
Okay.
From the city life, buzzing life. Yeah, it's
Nairobi
good.
is busy.
Yeah. Like, I don't admire it, really, the city, because when I'm in the Western country there, it's usually buildings, whatnot. I don't see chickens that much unless I go in the rural areas. Yeah, so just that nature break is good. I'm not saying there's no nature in Western countries, but you would go, but it would usually be like a trip that you have to take an adventure, and then go back again to the city. But when I'm doing it here in my home country,
easily connect with
yes, it's more relaxed. It's not like you're thinking, oh, I have to go rush back in the city. I have 2 weeks here, or yeah. So it's okay. Rural life, just having a break from city life. It's good sometimes.
Sometimes it's good.
Yeah, it is good.
Do you have plans of going back to New Zealand?
Not yet.
Are you here permanently, forever, or you're just here for a break?
Yeah, for a break. Not quite so long. But
okay. So your family is still in New Zealand?
Yes, yeah.
Your parents and your siblings?
Yes.
It's only you. You are the only stubborn one.
Yeah, they usually come, but my mother is currently here. She's in the village. Yeah, but she'll be going back soon.
Okay.
Yes.
She will go before you.
Yes.
She's still enjoying the continent. She's still enjoying Kenya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, me too. I've liked Western Kenya.
Yeah.
Western Kenya is beautiful.
Yeah.
Green. Rich in culture.
I remember one thing. Another thing is the African diasporas may like to come back home, but because the nature of jobs there, work holiday is usually short.
Yeah.
At the most, you can get a month. So depending on which job you do, if it's a contract job, you can come back home, stay longer. Yeah. But if you're in those jobs where your work holiday is like accrued time, 1 month or 3 weeks, so
it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
So does that mean you had to forego your job, or?
Yes, I mean a flexible one that you can just come and go. Yeah.
Any message for our people watching, especially the African diaspora? What do you have to tell them?
About what? Experience here in Africa?
Anything you feel like telling them.
I would tell them appreciate their culture, their identity, their origins, even while still living outside home. Yeah, because New Zealand has really taught me how they really, by the way they have integrated Maori peoples back into their society, because they were also colonized just like Africans. And there were also, I remember I studied their history because I studied public policy at university, and they were not allowed to speak their language. That's in schools. Just during lunch break, you're being stopped to speak your
Just
language.
like us here, when you speak vernacular, they cane you.
Really?
Yeah.
They do that?
Okay, I think maybe in Kenya they don't do it, but in Uganda, when you speak vernacular in school,
yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand if you're saying in the classroom, but what outside the classroom?
Even outside.
I feel that's very silly, stupid. Yeah. So Maori is now being integrated into the schools. It's an optional subject, and even in the public, you'd see signs written in Maori and translated in English. Even in the airport, the voiceover, those things that.
So they are the majority.
Yeah, even in the trains. No, Maoris are indigenous.
Minority.
Yeah, minority, because during the wars they are back, pre-colonization.
I love
a lot
that.
happened. So that opened my mind to bring that, positivity back to my people. Do you get what I'm saying?
Actually, also here in Africa, Rwanda, when you go to Rwanda, all their official communications are in Kinyarwanda. The government's official.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'd like to visit Rwanda. Wow.
Please go and experience it.
When I get money.
Government offices.
Yeah, wow.
Use Kinyarwanda.
Wow. And I heard
English,
they introduced Kiswahili as well in schools. Yeah.
Actually, let me tell you something funny. Most Rwandese speak better Kiswahili than us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uganda has been debating about it.
Yeah, because in Uganda, Kiswahili, people associate Kiswahili to violence. We've experienced a lot of wars, and those people who brought those wars were speaking Swahili, were using Swahili to communicate.
Okay, so it has a bad stigma.
Yes, so the millennials have grown up with that. You get? Anyone associated to Swahili we are just embracing it now. You get?
Yeah,
but I was telling you, Rwanda, everything is in Kinyarwanda. All official government communications.
That's good.
English comes second. English and French. They were colonized by France.
Yeah.
But recently they embraced English to open up for the world.
Yes.
Yeah, but Kinyarwanda first, then English and French come next. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Tanzania is also another country that they use Kiswahili as the main language and English. Yeah.
So how many countries have you been to before? How many countries have you traveled to or stayed, lived?
Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Botswana. Yeah, so those are the ones. Okay, the ones I've traveled and lived: Kenya, Tanzania, Botswana. New Zealand lived.
New Zealand.
Yeah, Uganda I never stayed for long. I visited in 2017 for a month.
How about Australia? You said you...
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. Australia, I lived
How
there.
How long was your stay there?
Is it like one and a half? I went in 2020, left in 2021. So about 1.5 years there.
1.5
years. I went back to New Zealand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I came to Kenya.
That's interesting. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
For allowing me to meet you. Yeah, guys, we are here in a restaurant. We are catching up, having a coffee. It's been raining outside. So later on, we shall be going back on the streets to try to vlog around, show you how Kitale looks like. Currently, this lady is here. You said you stay in Kitale and Kisumu?
Yes. Yeah.
So she will be giving you her experiences, vlogs of her life as she's still here in Africa.
Yeah.
So I think for now we can end the video here.
Okay.
From us to you, we say
goodbye.
Bye-bye. How do you say goodbye in your language?
Oriti.
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 Kwaheri in Kiswahili.